Welcome back, guys. If you don't know who it is, it's the president, Sean Williams. Welcome back to another episode of The Safe Room. And today we have a little special guest, you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Shenel.
Come on. We can't hear you.
It's Shenel Williams.
Yes, that is right. I got my twin sister right here with me. And for this episode, we're going to be talking about university and high school. And basically, just which one's better, I think through our personal experience together, we can really talk about some of the different things that we've experienced, from education, extracurriculars, and just all the different memories we created. So,
yes, sir, Ski.
You ready, Shenel?
I think.
You think? Or
I'm not really ready for these things, but okay.
Okay, just a quick shout out. If you guys want to check out my previous video, the link is up on top. And yeah, let's get it started. So, I think when we talk about high school, to me personally, I don't know if anyone else thinks this way, but it was probably my favorite 4 years that I've ever experienced. Everything about it was just really cool. And it was like a family. I said that in my previous episode that the Downsview community is just so loving and you always get a good vibe from it.
I feel like high school was community and like friendships. And I enjoy having people around me that actually understand what I'm about and what I like doing and stuff like that. I'm not going to get into the university aspect yet, but high school was a fun ride.
Yeah. Definitely. What do you think was like your best moment?
Graduation. Of course. We crossed that stage. Of course. Getting my little 1-2 diploma. But I feel like the best thing about high school is the extracurriculars, for sure. Being involved not only in your school community, but being able to venture off and do other stuff within your community was the highlight of my high school career.
Yeah. I know for sure, like, extracurricular was so tiring. Like, I think we did, like...
Oh, because we put DSS on our back, but I mean...
Yeah, that's not a lie right there. Like, we definitely put DSS on our back. If anyone feels away, sorry.
No. We have to give credit where it's due. There was a handful of students that ran that school.
Yeah, definitely.
If anyone gets a hold of this...
It's fine. It's okay. But yeah, like we did multiple stuff. Like I told you guys on my previous episode, like I was part of like 6 or 7 clubs. Like I lost track at a point where it's like, yo, honestly, I'm doing everything. They might as well just make me principal there, Like, I don't even care. So like, what was really special about the extracurriculars you found,
I think it was time away from the schoolwork. Because at times, you can get caught up in just doing all the work just to pass, but the most important thing about the extracurricular was having fun while building like friendships and networking, which was very important because in high school I have like lifelong friends I know now, and through extracurriculars I met a mentor, I met different people that could help me throughout my life. So definitely the involvement in the community, that's the number one thing.
Yeah, absolutely. I can totally agree with you with the whole mentorship. It was like a cool learning experience. Everyone was just trying to like pick up different things that they could use, for like further stuff. I mean, I gotta shout out to like some of the people, that really helped me a lot. Mr. Hum, I was part of the DAA, Downsview Athletic Association, and like that was probably the coolest club I was a part of during my 4 years. We did intramurals every single day. We had an athletic banquet, and just he was a cool dude, like every time I'm like, yo, Hum, like that's my guy, if I needed something, I always had to link to him still. But like there had to be some bad moments too in Downsview.
Oh yeah, for sure. I feel like the extracurriculars were definitely an additive. Like they inspired me to do better, and they were a push throughout the whole high school career. But at the same time, there was only a handful of students actually doing this stuff, right? So it's like at time it got tiresome because the teachers knew who to turn to, and they would always come to a specific group of people. And we got tired too, because remember, like outside of like extracurriculars, we still had schoolwork, we had a personal life, we had homework. So we were always trying to balance like 1,000 things at once. So I think that was the biggest downfall. I think the extracurriculars was a like very very positive thing, but it was also very negative at times because
definitely.
mans are always trying to balance.
Yo, I remember times. Remember the times like we're doing our work and they used to just call you down to the office. Yeah, we need you to do this. And it's like, yo, what the heck, man? Like, I don't have the time. Like, I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to get an education. And you want to bug me, pull me out of class, be like, oh, we need you to do this and that. Or there's a conference going on now, so we want you to come in and give your take. It honestly
definitely prepared me for university in a sense, because that's how university is really. Like, university will pull you here, near, and far. Like, you'll be doing one course now and then you realize you have another project here. So it taught me time management because we were involved in so much different things that I also gained a lot of that skill and discipline.
Okay, yeah.
So, you see, there's negatives and there's positives to everything.
Yeah, definitely. Speaking of university, we're going to our third year, so... What do you feel about that?
Honestly, it's the complete opposite of high school. There's absolutely, like, no community. Like, honestly, like, I have, like, 1-2 friends, but I'm also in a program that's predominantly white. And, I mean, like, there's nothing wrong with that, but at the same time, like, moving from a school where you had, like, people that you related to being in a program and in a university that's completely diverse and you're just trying to find your home. Haven't found a home yet, and I'm going into third year, so I'm pretty sure that I'm not going to be able to find a home in New York University, but at the same time, I mean, I'm learning.
Yo, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm still trying to find my crew at York. I'm still trying to find
I don't
a
even
good
think I'm
amount
trying
of
to
people.
find a crew. I don't even think that's what I'm trying to do. I think I'm just trying to find somewhere that's safe, and for me, that's the dance studios. But when I'm with people that I'm actually comfortable with. And it's sad because I should be able to feel that way at all times, and I don't.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, you learn because this is life. When you go out in the workforce, like, you're going to obviously be working with people that you're not used to and just... Yikes.
Yeah, definitely. No, like, in my first couple years of university... I wasn't feeling it, I just walked in and, like, I just want to walk out. When I have my classes, I'm out. I'm not staying anywhere longer. I'm not going to any clubs or any parties or nothing like that. No, I'm going home because just the structure of it was just, like, you have to do your work. It's important. But there's also people that's like, forget that. I'm not doing my work. If I want to go to a party, I'll do this. If I want to join as much clubs as I want to, I'll do that. Or if I just want to stay here longer and not go to my residence or go home, then I'll do that. Like me, like it was totally different. I felt like I was doing whatever it takes to just get good grades and get out of there. I didn't feel like a family to me like it did with Downsview.
Well, that's the institution, right? I mean, you always, at the end of the day, university is like, I don't even know the words for it because university is like, the degree won't even matter in the end. Actually, let me reword that. Hold on. Honestly, university is it's something. It's something. Like, it at times it makes sense and times it doesn't, because sometimes you think about it's like, why am I struggling to just get good grades? Like, why doesn't it not matter to me to build relationships as much as it did in high school? Because in high school I was so motivated, so driven to be at every conference. I wanted to talk to people, and then you get to university and you're like, I'll take audacious and I don't want to go to this class. It's like all motivation is lost, and that's because you don't have that same environment, like the environment that you create in high school is just not there. Like, you're in a room with 500 people, your prof doesn't know your name, like everything's just so disconnected. Like, unless you take that initiative, and then for people who are like socially like distant or that have anxiety and don't want to take that step forward, like me, like I don't like introducing myself to my professors.
Yo, let me just go back to the degree point you said. For all the high school students going into university, let me just break it down for you. If you think that your degree is based on getting good grades and all that stuff, it's not. It's the biggest finesse that I've ever seen in my life. Let me tell you something. I've taken courses in York that have been like completely useless, and in terms of just actually learning material, or whether it's a free course just to get all the credits you need for that semester. But your degree, like, you have lots of skills that you can do or use to get you to the career that you want to do. Plus, like, there's one thing that me and my sister agree on, that university is just there for networking.
It really is.
Like, you're just there to go find connections so that way you can get to the next goal that you strive.
Don't get me wrong, education is important. I feel like everyone should pursue a post-secondary degree. I think that it is important that you have that on your resume, but at the end of the day, whether you choose to go to university or choose not to, or you choose to go to college or whatever, apprenticeship program, certificate, it won't make or break your future. I'm telling you that right now. After being in university, you really do learn that C's get degrees. And at the end of the day, it's not about your grades. It's about making the best out of your university experience and really building connections for that work life. And if you don't do that, like me, like I don't really be networking like that. Like I kind of just go to class, like get my work done and hope for good grades. And like third year, it's finally coming into realization that that's not the correct thing to do.
Yeah.
You know, I think I need to be networking more, but at the same time, like, again, that same community that I harvested in Downsview, which was my high school, is not there in New York. So, kind of rocking a hard place.
Yeah, no, I totally get it. So, like, high school for us was more of, like, the extracurricular and, like, making connections with everyone. It was, like, more of a family-based community. But York is more of just, like, you do your work and just try to get to whatever career that you're chasing, right? So, now I want to talk about the teachers. Like the administration, like what was your experience
in high school
for both sides?
Well, the profs and like the faculty, and then the teachers and the I mean, like, I'm not calling names. I mean, I love my high school.
It's fine. It's that's the point of the safe room. Just
oh no. I feel like if we're talking about high school experience, I don't think I have any negatives really with anyone there. I feel like everyone was very loving, very open, and there's no one that comes to mind at the moment that really like stood out for me. But university is kind of different because I've had professors who are just, I had a sociology professor, I'll call his name Robert Kennedy. That man was just the most inconsiderate person. I probably shouldn't be calling names, but anyways, I mean, like...
I think we'll be fine, you know. If there's a chance that he stumbles on this video, at least he knows he's getting some recognition from his best student.
I mean, like, it was just... I feel like sometimes the lack of, like, consideration that some of these profs have, especially when you're a university student, like, most people are working either part-time or even full-time. A lot of people are also taking school. A lot of people, they have other responsibilities on the side, so it's like... To encounter such an inconsiderate person just made me realize how considerate I need to be going out there and becoming either an educator or a dance instructor or just someone in a higher position who is taking care of people, because that man was just so... I don't know.
Yeah, definitely. Honestly, my whole experience with professors and like TAs has been 50-50. Some have been really great. Some have been trash. Like, just straight up. Some has just really pissed me off to the point where it's like, you know what? Why did I pick up myself and take this course? You know, I should have done something different. High school, I mean, everything was good. I did have my one conflicts with one or two teachers there and then, but like it wasn't anything serious to a professor in university. But yeah, everything in high school was like pretty fine for me.
I think the moral of this whole podcast is to show that it's like, hold on to what you have, my friend. Hold on, because high school is actually some of the best 4 years you'll ever get in your life. I'm not saying that your university experience can't be the same, but you have to work harder to make your university experience good. I mean, in Downsview, it was kind of just natural. It kind of just naturally happened because you were always around good vibes, like man splitting bus tickets in half, like people running down the hallway. These were just memories, and it's just like you just love being around them because they're just so carefree and they just... You know, they did them. And then you get to university and then there's people that are just uptight. You got to tread lightly because everything's so, like, politically correct. And not saying that you're going to go out there and just say whatever. But, I mean, like, it's just so, like, I don't know. You're just trapped in a box.
Yeah. Okay, so it's saying that, which one do you think is better for an individual? High school or university?
I mean, high school is necessary. I feel like high school is necessary. So I don't even think it's better. I think high school is obviously necessary to pursue. I mean, I encourage everyone to stick to those 4 years and get your Ontario secondary school diploma.
Yeah, definitely.
And I don't really know about... I mean, university, again, if you're a more hands-on person and you don't like long lectures, like 3-hour lectures, college, please. Please don't do that to yourself. But I'm just saying, like, I recommend all avenues. I recommend going to the end with post-secondary. I feel like going the whole 9 is necessary because we're living in a generation now where they look at your resume and a high school degree just won't cut it. Unfortunately, you know, you could have all the skills in the world, but if you don't have that BA that in whatever, they're going to refuse, you know. But, I mean, times are changing because they are looking at skills now, right? So you can get a job with, just minimal education. But at the same time, just do what's best for you.
Yeah, honestly. Definitely.
Just do what's best for you.
So we both went to Downsview, and I know there's a lot of moments that we've experienced, and honestly, the list goes on and on and on. I remember you're on the basketball team back in grade 9, and if you guys were there, if you know, like that legendary game, I think it was against Northview when you guys were down 15. You guys came out the locker room and you just put out the greatest comeback I've ever seen in my life. I remember on that day, it was me and the guys. We were in the stands. We had like the white towels and everything. Like, it was crazy, man. Those were just one of the good moments I've experienced. There's so much more. Like,
honestly, those moments were good because I feel like high school allows time for fun. But university, especially the program I'm in, it's so hard to even pick up an extracurricular because I'm at school 5 days a week. A lot of people they're building their visual schedule binder. Sorry, I can't even talk. Visual schedule binder, and there's like 2 classes a week, and I'm like, huh?
Guys, like, take this in. Like, I go to school 5 days a week, and my schedule is not even like half to Shenel's. Like, the most class I'll take in a whole year is like 5. Her, it's like
it's like every single day I'm at school, so it's like it's hard to even find motivation within those 5 days to even just do your schoolwork. So, like, how am I picking up anything extra?
And you know what's really annoying that I find? How come the 3 credit courses are harder than, like, the 6 credit courses?
I don't get... Okay, let me tell you this right now. York does it different, because I think Carleton does 0.5 or something like that. I'm not even sure about the whole, like, grading scheme or whatever it is. But I know that York has these 3 credit courses. Death.
Econ.
Death. Because let me tell you, my whole department is built off of them 3 credit courses. Let me tell you, there's no 6 credits. There's no 6 credits. So I find myself taking like 7 courses a semester, and I'm like, why? All to fulfill 30 credit, like, you know, par per year.
Yeah, man. And, like, it's worse if, like, you're on honor, so it's like you need to take this. If you don't take it, you're not graduating. And, like, okay, I even remember my first year. I was supposed to take a natural science 6 credits, and then it ended up to the point where I had to travel to Glendon campus just to take the class every Monday from 12 to 3. It was the worst experience ever. Like, I had to drop out. And, like, me as a whole idiot, I didn't even realize that when I was taking selecting my courses, that all the things were labeled based on the campus. Like AP, you can tell that was cute, but GL was actually Glendon. But I was too stupid to realize that, so I actually clicked like, okay, let me get this done my first year. And then I'm walking around like a big fool asking like, yo, where's this class? Like, yo, that's at Glendon campus. I'm like,
honestly, that's tough. On that topic, I feel like high school, I always say this, high school does not prepare you for university, because after you're done, you're kind of just thrown into the wolves, you know what I mean? You got to learn how to build a schedule. You got to learn how to pick a course. You got to learn where to buy your books. Like, it's all just one after the other, right? Mm-hmm. So, like, I advise you, when you get to university, find and make older friends in upper years, because Definitely. They will help you build your schedule. They will help you navigate a campus, especially one as big as York, because, listen, I live in Alcalade East, and I don't know anything else in that whole entire campus. So, like, make friends who are actually going to help you throughout, because sometimes you can just get thrown into the wolves like what Sean did. Like, the whole GL thing, like, he did not know that stood for Glendon, right? So, that's just a prime example of why you need people.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. Like, during my first year, I was part of, like, the Business and Society Student Association, and, like, all the members were 4 years. So, like, even though I had that bad experience with the whole course thing, I got great advice from, like, 4-year students and, like, soon-to-be graduates as well. Mm-hmm. So it's a really good thing. And one thing I will say, one flaw about high school is that, yes, you're right, some teachers did not prep you for university. So when you went there, you were just, like, lost. You just, like, I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go next. I will say this. There's one teacher that was really good, Mr. Wallace. He taught us the ropes. He taught us everything that we needed to know. I was really confused of, like, why is he giving us assignments every single day, man? Like, it's ridiculous.
I know.
And then when I got to my first week, I'm like,
Thank you, Mr. Wallace.
Thank you. I know how to balance myself, time management, everything like that.
Again, like, I feel like we were also very good naturally, because we also did a lot of extracurriculars. And then his class on top of that showed us how to manage our time. But for people who did not take it seriously, I guess it is a little bit harder. But, like, come on, high school really does not let's be honest, high school really does not prepare you for what university is about to bring. Like, it does not. Like, everything I learned out the window.
I bet this. If we were to come back for 1 year for high school, I swear we would body it. We would body it. But like,
that's just mental growth.
One thing I want to say that I said on my previous episode was that there are students that, you know, they have an idea where they want to go to university, but some don't because maybe they didn't have the resources to get to the destination that they want. And what I'm here to say is that, like, coming from two people who, you know, people have been saying, like, oh, you guys have been working really hard, and I know you guys are just, like, going to be doing your thing. Like, it's tough for us. You know, we're still trying to, like, figure things out. So don't think that this discussion right here with the whole distinct between university and high school is supposed to scare people.
No, it's just real.
It's just like,
I don't even think I'm being real enough, because sometimes when you're first talking to somebody about a situation, you have to tread lightly. You can't just be like,
we are not even like off the script with it. We're like we're not even breaking the fourth wall. We're just like throwing out like the generic stuff.
Yeah, like this is very pitchy. I feel like this whole podcast it's not been all over the place, but we've just given you tidbits of like everything.
Yeah. Maybe in a later episode we'll be just more like discreet with it.
In depth.
Yeah, you know, but definitely that's just how I feel. Like my personal take on it is just high school support, you know. Don't believe that once you get to high school, everything's just done from there. Like, I've seen people who just finished high school and done something else.
They've started their businesses. High school, though, I feel like it's important to realize that we were blessed with a supportive high school, with teachers who supported our dreams and our visions, with students who were very welcoming and very open and very like. We had the driven ones, we had the funny ones. It was just a mixture of good vibes. But then you have to take into consideration there's still high schools here in Toronto that are not so, you know, not so welcoming. So we're talking from our experience, because this is not everyone's experience. Because some people, their high school years were the worst 4 years of their life, and then their university was the best. So in no way, shape, or form is this a story for everyone, because this is our experience. For sure, I know people who have just experienced the utmost racism, disrespect, discrimination, everything in their high school years. So this is just our experience.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think that's all we have to say, yo, Shenel. Thanks for pulling up.
I don't do speaking. I know people are going to listen to this and be like, she sounds uneducated.
Guys, you know.
I'm very articulate when I'm ready.
It's been like that, you know. She's like the dancer. She'll express herself through movement. I'm the one with the mouth that will actually say something. But, hey, that's why we both love each other like that, you know. It's a thing, like twin telepathy, you know.
Oh, cut that out.
But guys, thank you so much for tuning in. You know, make sure you guys go check out the previous episode. I'm still trying to come up with ideas. Maybe this ain't the last collab we may do. You know, you may
follow me on the gram, Shenel.Williams. Shenel.Williams. Yo, I deleted all my photos, so you're not gonna see my face for now, but it's okay. Follow on the gram. Yeah.
Okay, you guys caught that. Just rewind the video if you didn't. Okay.